Hey YouTube, it's me Derek, back again with another video. I hope you guys are doing well on this Memorial Day. If you're having a great time, getting to your goals, being healthy, hanging out with friends, family, eating good food. So yeah, I hope it's great. Today, I want to come to you guys with a video, a little truth talk, a little advice, a little different from the couple other videos I did, but it's something that's been on my mind and something I've been practicing in my life. And I want to talk to you guys about being kinder to yourself and just learning to do things for yourself, spending more time with yourself. I think in this life, it's something that isn't talked about enough, or at least practiced enough for people. You have your friends, and relationships, and family, and kind of focus on those, but when you spend that time alone, I think a lot of people just aren't comfortable with themselves. They don't know themselves enough. They're not really in tune with their goals. They're not kind enough to themselves. If you ask them if they would go out by themselves, take themselves to a movie, they probably would feel super uncomfortable to do that because they're used to just being around their friends. So I think it's important to continue to, spend time with yourself and love yourself. Still have those families and friends that you can hang out with and count on, but be comfortable in your own skin. So it's something that I really started to learn. I'm 28, and I feel like for a while I kind of put this off. I focused more on other people, and I never really was in tune with what I wanted out of life and my purpose. So it's just something that I want to talk to you guys about, and I have a list of things here. If you see me looking down, it's just looking at the piece of paper. But I think the most important thing is just to be kind to yourself. The same way, be kind to your friend that you have, your family, the barista that you meet at Starbucks, or just the person that you meet at the grocery store or whatever. I think you should practice being kind to yourself as well. Talk positive to yourself. I think that goes a long way. And just not be so hard on yourself. Say if you make a mistake. This is something that I'm really learning right now. Is if you make a mistake, it doesn't mean you're terrible. It doesn't mean you're stupid or dumb. Everybody makes mistakes. It's part of being a human. So just being kinder to yourself and thinking, hey, I made a mistake, but everyone has made a mistake. Anybody that's done this task or hobby or whatever I'm doing has made a mistake at one point. It doesn't mean I'm stupid. I'm learning, and just learn from that. Just continue to affirm yourself that there's nothing wrong with you. You're just learning. So I think that's the most important thing. We talk very negative to ourselves, and I think it's very detrimental to our thought process and how we navigate the world. So I think the first thing is just some ideas on what you can do to feel more comfortable with yourself. I think one is just like taking yourself out for dates. So going to the movies alone. It's something that I literally just did the other day. I saw Furiosa by myself, and it was great. It just feels good. Like you go in, get your snacks or whatever, and you just hang out with yourself. I mean, it's just a movie, so you don't really need to talk to anybody. I feel like I just sat back, had my recliner chair. Had my alcoholic beverage. It was really good. So just doing something like that I think is a good time, and just going out and enjoying what you like to do, but doing it in your own company I think is great. Another thing is just treating yourself to a nice meal. It's something that I've also practiced doing, but just being overall more healthier. I think that goes a long way. It makes you feel a lot more comfortable, and you just feel it in your body. You don't feel as bogged down as when you're eating like constant fast food and stuff like that. So just treat yourself to a nice meal. Look at a recipe online that catches your eyes. Go out, buy some nice fresh ingredients, and just make a meal. Make a video out of it, take pictures of it. It's just something that you have, and just you get more in tune with yourself and having a good experience, and it just feels great. You feel more empowered, and you're just eating better. So I think that's another great thing. And just focusing on your hobbies. I think that's one thing that I'm getting more in tune with. something I kind of strayed away from in the last year, but just rediscovering hobbies that you had before or finding new hobbies. So, for example, um, one of my hobbies is collecting vinyl records and just listening to vinyl. So I make sure I do that. Um, I've been taking swim lessons for the last year, and that's become a hobby. So I enjoy swimming and just going out and learning new things, learning how to freestyle, backstroke, and it's just a great workout. It makes me feel great after doing it. Doing that, I like to go to the gym. So I recently went back to working out and doing that. Um, I also like to go on walks. I just like to go out, get a breath of fresh air, listen to the birds chirping, hear nature, look at the trees and stuff like that. And then I've also started going back to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, so I think that's a great way to stay fit. You're learning with Jiu Jitsu, and I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna get your ass kicked at the beginning, but I think that's part of like the journey, right? Like, you don't wanna just start something and be immediately the best at it. I think there's like power in seeing, hey, I started here and now I'm here, you know? So that's one thing that I enjoy doing as well, but just really get in tune with yourself and figure out what you want to do as a hobby, or rediscover some hobbies that you may have neglected. Say you're in like a relationship and you kind of strayed away from it, or you just are kind of going through the motions. It's kind of something I was doing. So just falling in love with those hobbies again and continuing to see yourself progress in them. I think that'll get you more in tune with yourself. Another thing is just journaling. It's something that I started doing. Just writing down your thoughts. I think that's a great way to, you know, be more in tune with yourself and just navigate kind of how you're feeling. I think a lot of people just have negative thoughts and they just let them sit in their mind. They let them ruminate, and then you start to like believe them, and that's really all you think about is just the negativity. But if you write down, hey, I'm feeling this way, you know, hey, this might not be true, I'm feeling this way, or when I did this. I think that allows you to look back and kind of take the positives out of some situations. It gets you out of your head more as you're writing them down on paper. So it's something I like to do. I think at the end of every day, I try to just journal what happened throughout the day. So highlights, how I was feeling, some things that I accomplished, stuff like that. It's literally like simple. Literally takes like 10 or 15 minutes out of your day. Do it right before bed. It'll leave you feeling good. Another thing is just plan a solo traveling trip. This is something that I'm about to do. I'm thinking of some places to go to. But I realized recently that I've kind of navigated life through the safety net of my friends and family, and I'm blessed to have those people in my life. But I feel like I never really got comfortable with myself enough. I feel like there's some things that I wanted to do that have kind of stopped me due to fear and just like being in my comfort zone. So really, I'm right now just challenging myself and getting out of my comfort zone. So that's one thing that I'm thinking about doing, is just traveling solo, picking a place, just flying there for a couple of days, staying in a hotel and just seeing what that place has to offer. I think that's a great way to just get more in tune with yourself, do things that you like to do, and just, have a great time. Another thing I think is just planning out your goals for life. I think this is something that a lot of people can benefit from. It's something that I'm also practicing as well. And just really writing down what you want for your life. Maybe financially, career-wise, relationship-wise. Just really getting in tune with what you want out of life and working towards that. Building a plan for how you can accomplish that. I think a lot of times we sit in our heads and we might have a goal that comes up, and maybe the negativity in our mind will think, hey, you can't accomplish that. Hey, you can't make six figures. Hey, you can't, do this or that. Really, it's not true. We just haven't put the proper work in to kind of you know, devise a plan for that and believe in ourselves and go after it. So I think along with journaling, like I said previously, if you just write down your plans and goals, I think it'll be a lot easier to look at them and then, you know, build the blocks to achieve those goals. So I think that goes a long way. I think another thing is just going to therapy. I think there are a lot of people out here that are navigating life, relationships without going to therapy. I recommend this for most people. I've been going to therapy for a couple of years now. Is just take the step. I know there's a little stigma around it still. Some people are nervous. Some people just don't think they need to go. They might be too prideful, but I think there's nothing weak about going to therapy and, you know, learning how to navigate through life in better ways, learning coping mechanisms and stuff like that. It's something that I definitely recommend. And just finding a therapist that works with you and just talk about your life, talk about what you're going through, and just so you have another party that can listen to you and you know, offer you advice. Someone that you can have in your corner, a professional that can help you through stuff. I think that's always great. Get you out of your head more, and puts a different perspective on what you might be going through. So I think therapy is definitely a great thing to do. And just being active and going to the gym. I think that's something that allows you to get more in tune with yourself as you see results, as you gain muscle, lose weight, stuff like that. I think that is something that is a great building block on being more in tune with yourself and learning to love yourself and being kinder with yourself. If you see yourself going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, you see over those months you're losing weight, you know, reaching those fitness goals, I think that's a great way to be, you know, more in tune with yourself and have more of a positive image of yourself. And lastly, just continue to work on your inner voice. You know, when you get those negative thoughts, hey, you know, I'm not attractive, or, you know, I'm not cool, or, you know, I'm not good enough. Just really sit back and challenge those thoughts. It might not be possible to stop them, but try to think logically, like, where is this coming from? Is this true? It's probably not true. Probably have evidence of contrary, as to why it may not be true. And, you know, just really work on that. Work on your inner voice and how you treat yourself. Be nicer to yourself. If you make a mistake, don't belittle yourself. Don't call yourself stupid or stuff like that. I think that is something that we all should practice more. And it'll just allow you to feel more positive throughout the day, and you won't be in as many negative moods where you're just, you know, ruminating over things and just beating yourself up. Like I said in the beginning, if you can be nice to someone that's not you, then why not treat yourself the same way? I mean, you have one life, so just be kinder to yourselves. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys, stuff that I'm working on. And, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm a human like the rest of you guys. We all make mistakes, but it's just something that I want to share with you guys. And I enjoy, you know, doing videos like this because I want to, you know, give you a look at what I'm doing, but also give some advice so I can help other people. If I help like one person with this, I feel fulfilled. So yeah, I'm gonna keep making videos. Maybe some more talks about personal stuff like this, or some more vinyl videos. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.